Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I am your host, Dennis Batholkus, and this is The Tick, Season 2, Episode 7, Lay-Lo Ho. Um, yeah, this one, was kind of a setup. Uh, I didn't take any notes on this one because it is Memorial Day weekend, and I'm pretty sure everyone else is out there enjoying Memorial Day, as the dearth of people in this room shows. Yeah, The Tick has been canceled by Amazon, but they are looking for a new home someplace. Hopefully that actually happens. I don't know if it's going to. There's so many shows right now that have been canceled that are trying to find homes other places. You forgot it was Monday. Thanks, Viking bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I almost did too. So obviously the Screaming Brats haven't, but hey, Cameron Hamilton, how's it going? So, as I'm going to say before, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you haven't seen the episode, go and watch it before Amazon takes it off the air. This will be a video. You can come on back and you comment down below in the comments section. So, we basically have Arthur and the Tick on this one, you know, um, beating their feet, taking a look to see what the kids had said was that they are in a place, a home under a volcano is where they are, a room under a volcano. And so they're checking every single place under a volcano, as they can tell by the pizza that they are eating from Vesuvio's Pizza. Yeah, it is a shame that there's not going to be any more of this Viking bitch. It's one of those bright points, that it's nothing that it's got just enough tongue in cheek in this to be great, and then also it's not. How can I say this? It's not smarmy is what it is. It's fun. It's not something that is it's innocent fun, actually, is really what it is, but it still has a little bit of bite to it as well. And it's not offending to anybody, quite honestly. And I think that might be it. Maybe it just doesn't offend anybody, and that's the reason why no one's watching it. Who knows? So yeah, exactly. Hashtag save the tick. I have that in my Twitter feed that I had for this broadcast as well. There's also hashtag lunatics as well, and hashtag lunatic army, LUNA. So, um, so yeah, they're looking around, and in the meantime, Dot and Overkill are going after the Duke. Of course, Overkill got his information on where the signal is being transmitted to the human furniture, and he's following that back to its source along with Danger Boat as well. And the Tick and Arthur get a call from Miss Lint, because Miss Lint is kind of pissed that Arthur is giving Superion advice, basically acting as his therapist. He goes, "Oh, no, no, no." Because I just told him to make a grand gesture. That's all I said. That's all I suggested to him. And she's like, "Yeah, well, knock it off. Otherwise, he's going to kill everybody." And he's like, "What do you mean kill everybody? And since when do you care about people?" She goes, "Well, I've got plans." And so he's now confirmed that she has some kind of plans going on. And we start hearing the kids singing, because the lobster kids, are actually right next door to her in the room right next door. And she's at the Lay-Lo Motel. And that's the reason why to all this has been happening. And so Arthur hears this. He tells Tick, he goes and they ask her, they're like, "Where are you?" She goes, "I'm not going to tell you where my HQ is," and she hangs up. But luckily, in this day and age, the 21st century, we have caller ID. So he sees where it's coming from, and they grab tinfoil Kevin and end up going on a stakeout. They grab Dot's car as well, and that's when they find out that Dot and Overkill and Danger Boat are all on a mission of their own. And Arthur's giving Dot shit for of course, going out on this mission. He says she's not ready, and she's about to tell Arthur that she has a power, and Overkill kind of kills it and says, "No, no, no. Um, she's got skills. She's got fighting skills and all this kind of stuff. And basically, she could fold you like a lawn chair," as he tells Arthur. And the Tick, of course, has to settle in, on this debate as well, and says that they're lost in the woods. They're swans lost in the woods. So And yeah, you're right, Viking Bitch. There are so many shows that are pushing the envelope. Happy Preacher the Boys. And, yeah, this show might be a little too safe. It doesn't offend. It's a nice show. You could actually watch this with your family if you would, and still kinda get away with it with the kids and all that kinda stuff, and still have fun with it. And maybe that is the problem. Maybe it's just too clean, I guess you could say, even though it does have swearing in it, doesn't have any nudity. It is very, like I said, innocent, if you will. And that's just the nature of the tick, quite honestly. The tick isn't about meanness, I guess you could say. It's really not. It's yeah, it's a different animal all of its own, even though it's making fun of superhero stuff. Yeah, exactly, Murphy. Most families are lunatics. So Miss Lint is on her own mission as well. She is starting to hear the call of destiny, and she is becoming a little bit more a superhero, if you will. She's having her own persona talking to herself in the mirror about, becoming a hero and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like Tick and Arthur were telling her that, you're going to start hearing voices. Those voices are going to call to you. And sooner or later, you're going to have to answer it because that's destiny calling you. And that's what's happening to her in this as well. Kind of funny, really. And we even have Walter. Walter has a little bit of his own mission, if you will. He's out getting some paint in order to paint the house when he gets a call on another line. And we find out that he's been called back by Rathbone. And he goes into the shed, of course, at home. And we see this whole array. He basically uses the tape measure in order to have a retinal scan. And that opens up this little thing on the back of the shed there. And we get a big screen with Rathbone popping up and tell him that he's been called back, that he knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Yeah, maybe it is the lack of the terror. I mean, the terror really was, I mean, they went big with it, and then they kinda went small on the 2nd season. They really did. And, I don't know if they could have what they could have done with the terror in the 2nd season, if anything. And, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could have worked him in as a B plot. They kind of did at the beginning there, where they were talking about him being unfrozen, possibly to stand trial, that kind of thing. And I wish they had kind of done that. That would have been nice. And then you could have had the terror actually fucking with Arthur from jail, and even with his family. And that could have been the reason why you call Walter out of retirement, or out of his role of protecting the family, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways they could have gone with this. Now, thinking about this, but I'm getting ahead of myself on that. So, um, of course, Dot and Overkill go to the island, and Tick and Arthur end up seeing the Donnellys go into the room, and they use tinfoil Kevin. Tinfoil Kevin goes and finds out what room they're in, and the Tick creates a distraction outside while Arthur climbs inside the window and gets the kids. And, there's one thing, the big Donnelly brother, the one that, is the lead, essentially, the oldest, has knocked out Arthur twice, and the Tick's like, "You'll get him the next time," and he goes, "No, it's a strike. If I do it a 3rd time, it's probably gonna be a strikeout." He goes, "We have no time for bowling." And he goes, "No, Tick, it's baseball." "Whatever, we're playing superhero ball here," which, I mean, he completely misses the point, but at the same time, gets it as well, which is really that's the beauty of the Tick is, yes, he doesn't get basic things, but he kind of is above that and has his own reasoning of things, and it works. Somehow it all works. I don't know how, but it's funny. And so, of course, Arthur ends up fighting the largest Donnelly brother, of course, and wins this time around. Well, with a little bit of the Tick's help, the Tick kind of knocks Arthur into him and knocks him into the tub and knocks him out. And, we also have Miss Lint helping out because 'cause they're right next door, and one of the Donnelly brothers had come crashing through the window, and she goes outside, and one of them is trying to get away, and she zaps him. And, we see her image, her reflection in the window there actually mocking her, saying that she's becoming more and more hero-like all the time. And, yeah, the Tick is a, he is a giant Boy Scout, and yeah, you're right, Viking bitch. He should be annoying, but he's not. And it's played to a nice little T. And I even liked Arthur brings back when they're in the car, when they're on the stakeout there, he brings back from season one finesse. Because the tick even says we need a little finesse in order to do some superhero work. And Arthur kind of calls back that to the season one. He even says we need a little finesse because the tick is getting a little restless and says, stakeouts are kind of boring. He goes, I'm more of an action guy. And Tinfoil Kevin chimes in and goes, me too. And that's when Arthur says, no, no, we need a little finesse right now. So for those of you who missed that at home, yeah, that was a nice little callback to season one. At the very beginning of season one, as a matter of fact, I believe it was episode 2, where they're talking about using a little finesse. Yeah. So we end this all, of course, with Overkill and Dot going into what they think is the Duke's compound. Of course, it's completely cleared out. It's a trap, obviously. The Duke electronically takes over Overkill's eyes, making him blind because they're electronic eyes. Dot is trying to lead him out, and he gets trapped in a capsule. And Danger Boat can sense that the building's going to explode. And we actually see Dot die, and then her power, where she either reverses time and goes back to that point just before she dies, or this is what she is seeing and knows how to get out. We don't know exactly what her power is at the moment, but she gets out with about a second to spare as things are exploding around her, and she gets pushed forward by the blast and gets knocked out on the beach, and that's where we leave off on the episode. So yeah, the boys have the Lobstercules' children at Arthur's house, and they're all happy inside the tub, and they've caught the Donnellys. Miss Lint is having her little crisis of superhero ness, if you will, or her crisis of villainousness. There we go. However you want to look at it as. And Overkill's been taken, and Dot has been knocked out. So there we go. It's going to be interesting to see where we go from here. But yeah, I'm just kind of really bummed that we're not getting another season out of this. On Amazon, at least we should. I hope somebody else picks it up, like a Netflix or basically Netflix, quite honestly. I wish Netflix would pick it up. Hulu, no, I don't really want Hulu to do it. It's Disney. Bring it over to Netflix. That's where it belongs. So, uh, hey, Filthy, I didn't see you come in there. I was in the middle of everything when that happened. Mufinobi need a lint roller, got that static clean. Try new bounce. Thanks for that commercial. So hopefully everyone had a good Memorial Day weekend. I did. I'm actually sitting in between two gigantic TVs right now because I'm in the middle of shifting TVs out. I pulled the trigger on getting a new TV. So yes, I got a 4K one. So there we go. Viking Bitch says, I wanted to see how Dot and Overkill's relationship evolved. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. That was the other thing too that made me laugh was the whole Danger Boats thing. We should do the thing. And Overkill's like, no, we're not going to do the thing. And Dot's like, no, I want to know what is the thing. And the thing is whenever they have a defining moment or something big that's going to happen, they have a dance party. And so Danger Boat starts playing the music and Overkill starts dancing, which and I love, Danger Boat even says, he goes, she's a freak like us, she'll get it, she's a freak like us. And they start doing the dance party, and of course Dot going in and start doing the weird, the kids dance with the arms and all that stuff, and he follows suit and all this. And he says that's what we do, is we fight for the right to dance. And I'm like, when the hell did this become Footloose? But that's what it became. Yeah. uh Yeah, there are so many things we wanted to see in season 3, Viking Bitch. We wanted to see more heroes. Um, Also, the ending of season 2 leaves a huge question, a very huge question, which I'm not going to go into right now until we reach the end of this. But yeah, there is a very huge question that pops up at the end of season 2. Oh man, and I really wish we would have gotten there, but unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to. So maybe he can carry it on in the comics. I mean, that would be kind of nice. Is to if he can't carry it out live action, maybe they can carry it out in the comics or an animated series, a new animated series. That would be awesome too. Viking Bitch says, I was really hoping we would get the man eating cow, but I suppose the CGI would have been expensive. Yeah. And you never want to work with animals because live animals just doesn't work right. So, case in point, my live animal is roaming around someplace because she's scared of the big box of the TV that's sitting here in the middle of the room at the moment. So, oh man. Yeah, and there's so many things. I want to know what the hell Bronze Star's powers are as well. You know, what the hell is up with Bronze Star's power? Everyone knows who the hell Bronze Star is, but we never get a chance to see what his powers are. You know, um, hey, I know that guy. Hey, Bronze Star, how's it going? I read your book. So, so if you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button. That's right down here. Also, hit the like button. If you don't like what you see, hit the dislike button. That's fine. Just I ask you go down in the comment section, tell me what it is you don't like, so I can get a little bit of feedback and some constructive criticism, if you will. So I can get some feedback on what I'm doing wrong, what I might be doing that you don't like, that I can take a look at. All right. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, hit the little bell. If you already hit the bell, don't hit it again. It will unclick it. You can actually go into the bell settings and get as little or as many notifications as you want out of that. It still is a 50-50 chance that that actually is going to happen because of Google Analytics. Sometimes they send it out, sometimes they don't. If you want to know when I'm going to be on again, I actually have a, well, I haven't updated it today. I was going to, I just didn't get to it. I have a schedule up on suspendedfanimation.com, and I also have it up on Facebook as well. I have a Twitter, and I also have an Instagram, and I also have a Patreon as well. I just haven't set up tiers yet. So that's everything. And you're welcome, Viking bitch. Yeah, you know, was at the end here of putting together stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to actually do my podcast. I'm covered in wall dust from putting up a wall mount and all kinds of stuff at the moment. So yeah, it's lots of fun. Enjoy your giant TV. Well, it's no bigger than the TV I have right now, quite honestly. It's just going to be a lot clearer. That's all. It's more resolution. That's all. And I will enjoy that giant TV because it's going to be fun once I get it up. I'm, I know Mufinobi's out of the room right now. Otherwise, he would have pounced on that one right there. No pun intended. Um, with that said, if you're still on the fence about joining up, you're going to see a video pop up here. It's going to pick a video from my video library that basically goes through your algorithm and picks the best one out of my video library that meets your tastes. If you like what you see here, then hit the subscribe button there. You're also going to see a button here that will take you back to my page, and you can take a look at all the different videos that are there as well. So, with that said, thank you everybody who joined me in the chat. Viking Bitch, Finobi, and Filthy News. And I also had Cameron Hilton that came in too. Thank you very much. I'll let you guys go. Have a good rest of your weekend, a good 3-day weekend. And don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up with your van sticking ass up in the middle of the parking lot by the tick. Good night, everybody.